Aloha, everyone. Happy Saturday. So happy to be here with you. And today I'm starting off by myself. Devon will be joining us shortly. If this is your first time to our channel, my name is Irina, and my fiance Devon will be here in just a few minutes. And we are Just Be Out. We create informative travel videos so you get the most out of your vacation. Today's topic for today's life is the best and the worst time to come to Hawaii. But before we get started, let's do video check, mic check. Please let me know you can hear me well. On the last live, I received a comment that my audio was low, so I just want to make sure we all good. So let's do a quick check here. Lean into the life the English way. Aloha, everyone. Aloha. Thank you so much for joining me. While we were preparing for this live, we were going through Hawaii footage and putting together everything, the pros and cons of every season. And we were thinking, like, oh, we really miss Hawaii. Audio and quality is good. Awesome, thank you. So now let's get started. The rules of the live stream, I will go over all the information first. This way, whoever is watching it on the replay can get all the information, and then we'll get into all your comments and questions. So if you do have a questions, be sure to hashtag Q. I do see all your comments, so don't worry, I will get to it and say aloha to everyone personally. So Hawaii does have summer and winter season. The winter season is pretty much the rainy season, November through March, and the rest of the time is the summer season. So let's talk about summer weather in Hawaii. It has its own pros and cons. So let's talk about summer pros for Hawaii. So I will have my notes here. Well, let's start with the obvious. Hawaii weather is excellent. That's what makes it a paradise. And it is hot and dry. Obviously, summer season still breaks down in a little bit shoulder season and the peak summer season. So I want to first generally talk about just the general summer season. So if you do like dry and hot weather, dry, I mean the hiking trails high, so I will get into that a little bit later. So if you do like hot weather, definitely summertime is the pro. And the thing is about hot weather in Hawaii, it still has humidity, and Hawaii Islands are located in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So you do get constant trade winds. So when it is hot, it's still, you still get the breeze. So it doesn't feel as hot as if it was no wind at all. So to me, I like warmer weather, obviously. So to me, it actually what makes Hawaii weather really nice because of that, those trade winds. And when it's hot, it still doesn't have like the heat that is standstill and suffocating hot. And next, Hawaii, let's say, okay, Waikiki, right, is known to be the perfect spot for beginner surfing. So summertime is when the Waikiki waves get a little bit bigger, but still gentle enough and small enough for beginners. So for beginners, summer times, if you do want to at least try surfing, that would be the best time, and that would be the pro. Next, I was talking about being dry is the hiking trails. The ground is dry, so hiking is much more enjoyable in the summer. Obviously, it depends on the trails. If the trails are exposed and there is no shade, that's still a way around. You can go a little bit later to the evening or way early and in the morning, and in the afternoon it might be way too hot to hike. But again, it depends on your heat tolerance and your personal preferences. And the next pro for Hawaii is summer is that you have more options for your activities. The days are longer, and again, the weather is more stable, so you get to enjoy more outdoors activities. And Hawaii is pretty much mostly all about the outdoor activities. So this is it for Hawaii summer pros. If you have any other pros to add, please leave comments below. I would like to know what are your personal pros for Hawaii summer season. Next, cons. Summer cons in Hawaii. So again, talking about Waikiki, if you do want to try surfing in Waikiki, the waves are not as big, so you would wait way longer to wait for the waves. Obviously, Waikiki Beach is divided in many different parts, and there are parts when there is any season, summer or winter, when it's less waves. So if you like more waves for surfing, so if you like more waves, that would be the pro. But if you don't like waves, that would be the con for you, and you would have to find another place. So another con for summer season in Waikiki is that prices do go up. Obviously, there is peak season when the prices skyrocket, but there is some shoulder seasons. We will talk about it later. Then the prices are not as high. Summertime, way more people come, especially June, July, August, when kids are off school. It's way more people. Way more people means you might stay in line to get into some restaurants longer. Generally in Waikiki area, there are lines everywhere. I know a lot of popular spots on other islands also have long lines, and it's hard to get into different restaurants. So for example, Mama's Fish House in Maui, you have to make a reservations a month and a half before even going there. So more people means more crowds, means you have to wait longer in lines or make your reservations way more in advance. In Hawaii, most people do rent cars, so there is more traffic. And yes, Oahu has the most traffic, but Maui, for example, still gets so many tourists and so much traffic, especially on the road to Hana. So summertime it will be even more traffic. And also it is harder to book tours. Obviously the availability is limited, so if you do come summertime, make sure you do book in advance. One of the most popular spot Kualo activity, I would say, tour company and things to do on Oahu is Kualo Range, and some tours there get booked a month and a half or 2 months, booked out completely. So if you really want to do some special activities, you really need to book in advance comes summertime. So these are the pros and cons for summertime. So make sure you leave a comment and let us know what other pros and cons you might think of for summertime. So let's talk about winter. Winter in Hawaii, as I mentioned before, is November through March, and it is rainy season. But even though it is rainy season, it comes with its own pros and cons. And again, I will not be talking about specific months right now. We will talk about it just a little bit later. But in general, winter months, right? So we lived in Hawaii for 3 years, and we have experienced all seasons, multiple years, 3 consecutive years. So we've seen a lot of weather changes. Rainy season does not mean it will rain every single day, but it just might. There was one year when in October, which is not even the rainy season, it was raining heavily every single day for 3 weeks straight. So we were pretty much staying in the house for most of the day, and it was gray and gloomy, and it might ruin your vacation. But a lot of times, especially the fact that Hawaii is, mostly outdoors, beach, and if it's rainy, it might ruin your vacation. But a lot of you have come to Hawaii winter season and said, oh, the weather was absolutely beautiful and perfect. So it's a chance. And sometimes you look at the weather forecast, it says that it will rain every single day, but it also depends on which side of the island. Some side of the island might rain, and the other side of the island might be beautiful, and the sun is shining and the weather is hot. So it really depends on the island, and it might just drizzle a little bit, even though on the forecast might say 70% chance of rain, but it just might be a slight drizzle, and that's it. Well, let's talk about the cons itself. So cooler temperature comes wintertime. It is beginning to get colder. So if you don't really tolerate heat too much and you prefer cooler temperature, well, wintertime would be the best for you to come, and that would be a pro for you. Well, and it could be a con if you like warmer temperature. I like warmer temperature myself. So let us know in the comments. Do you like hot or cold when it comes to Hawaii? I would say colder. Pro of wintertime in Hawaii is surfing competitions, and North Shore Oahu wintertime gets packed. Beaches, you would not find even a seat. It's so many people, it is very hard to find parking there, but that's con. We'll talk about it later, right? So but surfing competition, oh my god, it is such an incredible thing to witness. When you're looking at those people conquering huge waves, your jaw drops. It is really incredible to watch, and we've seen a few, and it is awesome, and it's free. You just come to the beach if you find parking, and you find a spot, and then it's really cool. And if you have a binoculars with you, that would be even better. But because they're surfing pretty far away, and all you see is a little dot right in the wave, and dropping or flipping off right off the ridge of the wave, but it's really cool to watch. So pro surfing competitions. Let me just pull this up. Next is cheaper rates, obviously depending on when in the winter, but generally I will tell you when is the most expensive winter in the winter time, but generally winter time it is cheaper. So all the rain that I was talking about, rainbows. Hawaii is a rainbow state for a reason. Summertime, you might not see a rainbow at all when you come to your vacation, but wintertime, you will see rainbows pretty much every single day, multiple times a day, and it might not even rain. And you just turn your head somewhere towards the mountain, and you see the most beautiful rainbow covering the entire mountain. It is so epic. It is so it's incredible, and it's really cool wintertime when you go on mechanic catamaran sailing. which if you want to get a discounted rate, you can go to our booking page and we have a discount for you. So when you sail on Makani Catamaran, you sail along Waikiki and you see one rainbow after another rainbow. It is really cool. Next pro is whales. So whale watching happens wintertime in Hawaii. The peak would probably be January, February. Um, and you can go sailing and see some whales. It's incredible. Next, again, rain brings you more waterfalls, and it's really cool when you just drive around the east side of Oahu, for example. You can look at all the mountain ridges, and there are waterfalls, and after waterfalls, maybe if you decide to take a helicopter tour, which is a fantastic experience. Devon proposed to me on a helicopter, land in a helicopter on the side of the cliff at Kualoa Range. If you are new to our channel, you can look up that video. It was an amazing experience. So if you take a helicopter tour, you will pass by many waterfalls. If you decide to go to Kauai, Kauai is like the capital of waterfalls in Hawaii. And sometimes when you go hiking in summertime, and you might go to, okay, I want to go to a waterfall hike, and the waterfall is very small. It's just like a faucet. But wintertime, that waterfall fills up. And especially comes Maui, on the road to Hana, there are so many waterfalls. But if you go summer times, the waterfalls might be really small, or barely you can call it a waterfall. But wintertime, it is really full. Next one, it really depends on when wintertime, because there is a peak. So I will tell you later. So the general wintertime, it is less crowded versus the summertime in the peak. So these are the pros. If you do prefer to go to Hawaii wintertime, let us know why. Leave your comments. And if you've been to Hawaii during winter season, let us know what your experience was like. I'm not trying to scare you with the rain, but it might happen. So next, cons of winter. So obviously, lots of rain that might ruin your vacation, or might not. Weather is very unpredictable, and I cannot tell you what's the weather going to be like. When we lived in Hawaii, we were receiving a lot of messages. Oh, I'm coming next week, and the next week forecast shows that it's going to be rain all week. Should we cancel? We can't make that call, because again, sometimes the forecast shows one thing and it just drizzles lightly, and the rest of the day might be beautiful, or it just rain at night or in the morning, and the midday would be beautiful. So really, it depends. Next is the hiking might be dangerous during wintertime because of the flash floods, that you might cross a small stream on the way to your on your hiking trail, and on the way back that might turn into a very aggressive river because of the floods, and there are signs everywhere warning, and it is pretty dangerous. You might slip and fall, or it might happen very rapidly while you try to cross a small stream, and it all of a sudden would just wash you out. So it is a thing. Next is North Shore. Speaking about Oahu North Shore, I'm not sure about other islands, but probably the same thing is no swimming. That you might find some spots where there is less waves, but generally North Shore gets a lot of waves. And if you're, for example, want to visit Waimea Bay and jump off Waimea Bay Rock, that will not be possible during wintertime for sure, because the Waimea Bay gets really large waves during the winter, and they hold competitions there. So swimming there specifically will not be possible. Next is talking about cooler temperature, right, as a pro or might be a con. Well, it is a sweater weather for me. If you find our videos for 7-day Oahu itinerary challenge, we were getting some comments. You're in Hawaii, why are you wearing a jacket? Well, because it does get cold, because rain, cold winds, and winter time in the evening, it's definitely a sweater weather. It's rare when you don't need a sweater. I mean, it really depends on your temperature tolerance. If you come from a really cold place and to you maybe 60 degrees would be wow, it's warm and you can just go swimming and wearing shorts. To me, it felt cold. Every winter in Hawaii, I was sweater, pants, and I personally would not go swimming wintertime in Hawaii at all. I see a lot of people actually enjoying the ocean during wintertime when they come on vacation. If you come to vacation in Hawaii and not going swimming in wintertime, that would be weird, right? But if you live there, to me, I know that the difference in temperature comes summertime for the ocean and wintertime. And to me personally, that is too cold, and I never went swimming wintertime. So the weather is, I would say, you need to get used to it before you enter. And but once you're in there, obviously it's nice, yeah, especially when it's hot out. So you might want to consider also bringing a raincoat with you or a poncho, because it might rain. And because of the rain, some activities may be canceled, and some still not. So you might not want to enjoy some activities during the rain, but they wouldn't cancel it and give you the refund, because they are outdoors, and they will give you a poncho, and that's it. You're there to enjoy the activity. That, and I'm specifically talking about Polynesian Cultural Center. So and some activities, like for example North Shore Shark Adventures, they will cancel because they're North Shore, the waves get bigger, the boat will rock more, and you might get nauseous. And one of our members, Andrew, went in I think it was it November or October, and he said that was not a good experience because he got way too nauseous. So yeah, some tours you might not be able to enjoy comes winter time, and but for some of you, you might not care because it's Hawaii. So yeah, these are the pros and cons. So let's talk about the season exactly, breakdown of when I would not recommend you to come, which is the biggest, busiest, and the most expensive, is comes Christmas and the New Year's. I personally not really excited about New Year's and Christmas in Hawaii, because they do have some decorations, but it's not as much decorations. For example, some other cities will go crazy with decorations, and the entire city will be decorated. There will be Christmas markets and Christmas music everywhere. While in Hawaii, yes, they will be playing Christmas music, and Hawaiian Christmas music is actually really cool. In some malls, there will be a little bit of decorations, but for me it's not enough. So it doesn't feel like that much of a Christmas spirit in Hawaii, but for some of you, it might be the best time to come because kids are off the school, and if you are in a snowy area and want to spend Christmas in paradise, I understand, but keep in mind that is the busiest time in Hawaii, and the prices just triple and quadruple for Christmas and New Year's. And as far as New Year's, again, New Year's is all about party. There is not that much party in Hawaii. We were trying to find something cool to do for New Year's, when obviously before COVID, because for COVID for 2 years that did not have any celebrations, and the official fireworks are not that grand, but better fireworks are actually by locals. And if you go on a highway and just pull over the highway, you will see way more fireworks by the locals than by the city. Next, the busiest and the prices obviously will go up for Easter, Labor Day, Memorial Day, spring break, and summertime, specifically July and August are the busiest months. So that's when you see the most people, and again, the prices will go up. So the next months I will break down into 3 different categories, starting by the most affordable, right? Hawaii is not cheap, but the most affordable months in Hawaii, talking about even flights to come to Hawaii and the hotels, would be January and February. The next most affordable category would be March, April, October, and November. And the shoulder season would be obviously a little bit cheaper than the highest months, but the prices will still be quite affordable in May and September. Okay, so this is it for the best and worst time to come to Hawaii. I now would like to say aloha to everyone. All right, so okay, so you can see Devon is there operating the comments a little bit. So DS, everything is fine on YouTube. Oh, let me take off the banner and back to comments. Okay, DS, everything is fine on YouTube. As far as my audio, thank you. Hello, Mel Skin. How you doing? Jen, aloha. Jessica is here. Aloha, Jessica. See, if for Jan, summer is way too hot. So it really comes to personal preference. My favorite is honestly May and September, because the weather is still very warm, but not as hot as July and August. And the ocean temperature is April already warm, but May for me the perfect ocean temperature, and September as it begins to cool down is also the perfect temperature for the weather and the ocean. How's the weather first half of October? It could, if you have any questions, be sure to hashtag Q. It could be, it still should be very pleasant. It might drizzle a little bit, but yeah, first half of October should be still very nice weather. Ikaika is here. Aloha from Honolulu, Hawaii. Aloha, Ikaika. Very nice to see you here. James, welcome. James is our member. Thank you so much for your support. Aloha, quick visit today, 4 p.m. here. Thank you, James. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Just scrolling through your comments. Deborah, hello, Irene and Devon. Aloha, Deborah. I will be, let me pull up the comments. Taylor says, I will be on Oahu, Kauai, and Maui in December, first time. Wow, that's really great. 3 islands. How long are you going to be on each island? That is really cool. Jen, I took my kids out of school to go to February and March. I wanted to go while it was cold there. That's cool, nice. And you still might catch some whales. They should be still there early March too. Patty's here. Aloha, Patty. Thank you for joining. Jen says, I don't know how you could have left Hawaii. Yeah, we do miss Hawaii, but we also want to explore the world. So yeah, I think we'll be back to Hawaii at some point, but for now we just want to travel. Jen said we had no rain other than 5 minutes one day only. See, so it really depends. Weather is so unpredictable. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best, I guess. Patty says hot. What are the average temperature in December? I mean, it's if it's in evening could be 55, 60, and summer it's still 78, 80 degrees. So if it's not raining during the day, it's still hot. Obviously you can go, if it's sunny out, you can go tanning, no problem. It's still hot, you're still gonna be sweating. Lorraine says, I was in Oahu this past July. It was warm and sunny. Yes, July is, well, could be, I mean, it depends again on personal tolerance. Could be hot, could be warm. Took me a few days to acclimate, stay hydrated. Had a wonderful time. It's definitely a beautiful place. Yes, that's a good tip to stay hydrated. Thank you. James says, I'm just happy to be there. Have been in December, February, March, July, August, and October. Each time its own charm. Yes, I agree. And James says, catamaran still on my list. Next trip, I promise. Awesome. Yeah, we love taking catamaran trips. We've been on many catamarans, sailed directly out of Waikiki Beach and from Ala Moana on Makani. Our favorite is Makani. Yes, your video sold it. Thank you, James. Ready? Is your microphone on?
Yes.
Your captain chair? Welcome,
guys.
Devon.
I made it to halftime.
Your microphone is on?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's
No?
not.
Oh, I thought it was
It's
on.
not on, and your Camino is here.
Thank you.
Yep.
So I made it halftime show.
Mhm.
As you can see, I'm not dressed appropriately for the Hawaiian theme. I have the Alaska theme, but it's okay.
Well, it's
I'm
not
here.
so far. It's only 6-hour flight. So Jen is saying, Irina, you're doing great. You're doing great. But other than at night, you came online from a cruise ship. Oh yes. This is the first time I haven't seen him with you. That's true. Yes, from I think he was just sleeping next to me, and I just popped in quickly on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So that was I was not expecting that from cruise ship I was able to stream live. Well, Devon can take over the comments and I get to drink my tea.
Okay, let me get up to date here. She says, Jen says, I'd rather winter there than I would here. I hate the cold and the snow. Yeah, that's why most people just get away from wherever you are in the
Yeah, so it's really
mainland.
hard to say if it's very cold and snowy where you are, and even some rain and drizzle in Hawaii, it would still be a pleasure. So it really depends.
Gabriella says, going in November for the third time in a year and a half. Can't get enough of Hawaii.
Yes, exactly. And that is exactly the reason why we were there for 3 years, because we could not get enough of it.
Yeah. Patty says, "How are you both enjoying your world tour? I need to catch up on watching your vlogs." Well, currently we are in Alaska, and the last vlog we published was the pricing in Alaska, Walmart. We went into Walmart and we did some grocery shopping with you guys and showed you what the prices were on groceries, and we were kind of shocked on a few things. One of the things that stood out the most for us was what is it, a 4 pound bag of chicken wings
for over
was
$40.
over $40. That's mind blowing. But yes, to answer the question, world travels is going good. Thank you.
Yeah. Next, we've gotten a question. Where are we heading next? I think we spent a little too much time in the cold, so maybe another Caribbean cruise.
Yeah, so we were thinking about the doing the ABC Islands, and that might be a thing. Deborah says Walmart chicken wings, ridiculous. Yeah, I thought maybe the pricing was wrong, but when I looked at the little sticker, it was accurate, and I'm like, I still don't understand it. So please, if someone in Alaska sees this video, could you please explain to us in the comments why chicken wings, specifically chicken wings, are that expensive? Because the other, like chicken breast, chicken quarter, chicken legs, they weren't nearly that expensive. They were reasonable pricing, but for some reason the wings is a thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
And a 4 pound bag. What else?
I think we're
Caught up.
right there. Genesis.
Jen says we talked about the catamaran quite a while back. I told you of a refund I never got. I will text you later if it's okay. Absolutely, that's fine.
Oh, sorry about that, Jen. Let us know. Yeah,
Was
send
that
us
with
a
Makani?
message. I don't know. Send us a message on Instagram and
Yes.
what kind of refund was that?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're caught up. Aloha, Kenneth.
Lean into your life says hurricane hitting the ABCs right now. Wow. Well, we would not go like right now,
Yeah.
but we are planning in October.
So what else? What did we miss here? Remember, if you guys have any questions, just do a hashtag Q so we're able to filter through all this conversation a little bit easier and find your question.
Yeah, I think I did good.
Yeah, I think you knocked it out the park.
Yeah, it was a little bit difficult with all the technical stuff because Devon usually operates everything and connects
No, you did a great job.
everything. Thank you.
So, which is your favorite month when visiting Hawaii? Have any of you been in a situation where you visited Hawaii and it rained for most of your vacation? Let us know in the comment and make sure you put the month you were in, because I'm sure a lot of people would benefit from that, because some people are like, oh, I'm going in December, I'm going in November, I'm going in October. And if you happen to, if your parade was rained on, people would definitely like to know what month that is, because it's a possibility. I had someone reach out to us on Facebook, and they were like, it's never, because the title of this video obviously is when's the worst time when you should not go to Hawaii. And in some people's mind, like, that doesn't even exist. Like, there is no worse time to go to Hawaii, and that was the comment. But there's times that are better than others, so the last thing you want to do is go to Hawaii and it rains every single day of your vacation, because that is a possibility.
Unless you really like rain. We actually witnessed a really funny situation when it was raining in Hawaii, and we were in the middle of our walk. We were walking around Hilton Hawaiian Lagoon, and it was okay, just overcast, but okay. And
Wait a
then
minute.
all of a sudden, it started raining.
I have a treat for you guys.
Oh, you do?
We're gonna, yes. You can continue with your story,
Okay,
though.
so all of a sudden it started being overcast with wind that was pretty chilly, and it just the rain was dripping but there was this couple laying right by the lagoon. Everybody was running and trying to hide from the rain, and that couple was just laying there, and it didn't seem like the rain bothered them at all. And but there are a lot of people who still, even if it's raining, they still in the water swimming and enjoying the their time in Hawaii, because I mean, you're in the water, you're wet anyway. So for some people, they do not want to waste any
Yeah, well,
time.
that's putting a positive spin on a bad situation, because technically we know that's not how you ever envision your sunny Hawaii vacation to be. So, yeah. So Kenneth is asking, he's going to be going to the Dominican Republic. He wants to know the name of the driver. So his name is Johnny. And
we have the phone number.
The phone number is in the description. Go to the description of that particular video and you will see his contact information there. I'm trying to pull something up for you guys. Give me 1 second while I source this.
Yeah, so many people asking for Johnny.
Johnny
is amazing. We had such a good time. He's so patient, and he literally spent the entire day with us, told us the best spots, and it was awesome. Winter?
Oh, no.
Also, Devon is looking for that clip for you.
So I'm going to show you a clip. This is outside of our apartment on rainy season, and you will see kind of, and that would be like every single day.
Sometimes it could be, sometimes it could not.
Right.
I mean, sometimes it could be just as summertime.
And if you notice, the color of the water in the canal is really dark and muddy. That's because all the water is coming down from the mountains and flowing into the Alawai Canal, and that's why it's that color. That's when you know it's been raining a lot. I'm going to, I'll pull up another video for you guys. Let's see here. I wanted to show you an example of...
Jen says, my husband was told that if it started raining, not to leave the beach. We stayed, and it only rained for 5 minutes. We were glad we didn't pack and leave. Sometimes it could be just 5 minutes, sometimes not. It really depends, like how the rain, what it feels like. If it's just a few little drizzles, and again, you have to look at the sky too. Sometimes it's perfectly sunny and just a few drizzles.
So we're showing you an example of what Irina was talking about. As you can see in this video clip, the skies are gray, it's overcast. It's clearly raining. On the shot before, I was supposed to edit it, but you can see the rain on Irina's glasses. But these people are out, they're laying on their backs as if it's bright and sunny, totally on their stomach, totally ignoring as if they're actually taking a tan. I find this hilarious. This is the best ever. Like,
yeah, in that shot, it was actually beginning to drizzle, but you know, you see the overcast.
And no one is out.
Yeah, and they're still, and it was cold. I was wearing a sweater there.
That's just hilarious.
Yeah.
So there you can see the drizzle. But again, once it starts to rain, people just evacuate the beach. I also have clips of that of people just running. So we compiled a lot of footage of the rain to show you actually how gloomy gray it is during the, again, it doesn't stop people from kind of doing what they do. You're there already, right? So what are you going to do? Like run back up to your room? So we compiled a lot of clips because we were going to make a vlog about this because we thought it was important to show you guys because we get this question all the time. But in this case, we kind of just decided to go do a live about it. And there you see it's starting to rain and people are just kind of leaving the beach. But as you notice, you'll see people with hoodies on. It's, you know, it's a little nippy out. It's not the same. I mean, I'm sure when you think of Hawaii, you don't think of that. You don't think of it being so gray, gloomy, and raining like that. Yep.
All right. So thank you so much for joining and supporting me on this live stream. Oh, is that me?
That's
oh yeah,
you.
yeah. That's exactly what I was wearing.
A jacket.
a jacket, and you can see how it's cold, and people were just laying out. Kenny, thank you so much for the super sticker.
Thank you for the super. Greatly appreciate it.
Appreciate it. And your support means so much to us. So if
Yes.
you can just click that like button, we would really
Yes,
appreciate.
take a moment to
It
do
would
that.
help other viewers who are interested to go to Hawaii to find this video and just get some perspective on when to come for them. Obviously, the pros and cons are very personal and it would depend. Some might like the crowds. I don't mind the crowds, and some like colder, like Jen. I like the hot, so it would really depend on you. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
And let us know what other topics you would like us to cover when it comes to Hawaii or anywhere else in the world. And again, if you have any questions, #Q, leave a comment. And let's take the last comment from John. Aloha, I'm taking my wife to Hawaii, the best place
That's
to
awesome.
take your wife.
That's awesome.
In January for her 70th birthday. I hope the weather is decent. Can you recommend a limo to take from the airport to Waikiki Hotel? Absolutely, John. You know what? I will leave the link for the limo service for you in the description. So right after this live is over, just give me 10 minutes and I will.
Yes, let's check this video. Let's check back on this video, and it should be in the description. So here I'm just sharing some clips with you guys. As you can see, it's Hilton Hawaiian Village. It's just rainy. It's gray. It's overcast. It's wet. So yeah, and no one is out. You guys see that, right? There's no one out. So yeah, that's what you can run into. And again, that's not really enjoyable. That's the reason why we say there is a worse time to come to Hawaii. It is Hawaii. We all know that. It's beautiful. We all know that. But for the most optimal time to enjoy your vacation, you want to come in the right month. So we hope we broke it down to you, that you understand a little bit easier. Again, if you have any questions, leave the comment below in this video and we'll address them accordingly. So thank you guys so much for watching.
We will see you on Saturday.
Love you
Next
guys.
Saturday,
And
love
yeah,
you.
see you guys in the next one. Ciao. Oh, super chat. Ching ching. Thank you so much,
Thank
Sheila.
you, super sticker.
Super
Really
sticker.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sheila.
And we'll see you guys in the next one with another interesting topic as usual.